Hey, Corey Congilio here, and I wanted to share something fun today. A producer friend reached out and asked me to put a solo on a track that he's working on for an artist. I gave him 3 versions of solos. He actually gave me a reference track with some licks and stuff that he thought might sound cool too. So I merged those with what I would play, gave him 3 versions. The first one you heard in the opening of the video here, and I'm going to play all 3 for you. Why don't you comment below and tell me which one that you think is cool, and then we'll go back and talk about it, and I'll kind of give you my approach and my ideas and why I chose to play what I played. But first, let's talk a little bit about the gear. Okay, let me just give you a quick rundown of the gear I'm using. This is a Mario Martin T-style guitar, T-style, Telly, of course. He's right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. It's got Lindy Fralin, I think they're Blue Special Telly pickups in it. You can see I have the control plate flipped around on this guitar. It brings the volume a little closer, which is nice. I'm going into my pedal board that has a myriad of overdrives on it. My main ones are the Nobles ODR1 and Greer Lightspeed for this track. I'm using them both at the same time, and it's giving me the sound I need. I'm also using the Exact Tone Fermata compressor to give me a little bit of squish on some of those double stops that you saw me play. Delay and reverb is the Boss DD500 and the Boss RV500. They're kind of my do-all reverbs and delay for my studio board. I get just about everything I need out of them anyway. I don't print a lot of effects often unless it's an atmospheric track that really needs it. So I do just fine with those boxes. They're actually really great value. Now, before I get into the amplifier, well, I'll tell you that. The amplifier is my 2-Rock Bloomfield Drive. I have it set on the clean setting. I just kind of futzed with it until it sounded the way I liked it. And that's going into the aux amp top box from Universal Audio. I'm a big fan of that. You may have seen me sort of promoting that box here and there. I do it at NAMM shows for them. I'm just a huge fan of their technology, the reactive load box, and their cabinet simulation. Really second to none in my opinion. So, but the secret component you'll see pop up here is the Digitech drop pedal. This song is in A flat, and it's very common, particularly in Nashville here, for a lot of songwriters to tune their guitar a half step down. They do it for their vocals, to sing in lower keys, but still keep sort of traditional open string cowboy chords and stuff like that. So I said, what the heck, I'm going to throw this thing on the half step lower function and see if it really works. Now I use it live even, and it works really great. So I'm going to take off some of this overdrive so you can hear the tone. Now I'm going to kick in the Digitech drop pedal. Whoops, that was not it. There it is. There we go. And then back. People ask me, is there any latency involved? In this pedal, there is the tiniest bit of latency, but it really doesn't bother me all that much when it's tucked into the track or it's live with the band. It seems to really work well. What's really cool about this pedal is I'll take it down maybe like a fourth. Again, I'll dial back some of the overdrive. So if you need a baritone guitar on a session, there you go. The drop pedal will do it for you. Okay, so that's the gear I'm using. Let's go hear versions 1, 2, and 3 of the solo I did for this producer client, and then I'll talk about what I played and give you some of the tips of how I approach a solo like this. All right, here it is. the chords are actually D flat, E flat, and F minor. But it's not going to look like that when I turn the drop pedal on, because we're going to now be down a half step because of the pedal. It's kind of a mind effort if you think about it, but don't think about it, just play. So now I'm kind of in my brain thinking that I'm playing out of F sharp minor, F sharp minor pentatonic, if you will. So that's where I'm thinking now of these double stops. All that stuff is available to us. In the first solo, I do that. And that's still all out of F sharp minor pentatonic. I'm always thinking that, you know, when it's a track like this that's up-tempo, kind of funky, I want to have a nice wild vibrato with a lot of attitude. The double stops alone give you all of that rock attitude that this particular producer was looking for. So that's pretty much it. It's just those classic double stops. Then back up to the octave. Then I do that one there on the 14th and 17th fret. And then some basic pentatonic stuff in the first box there. Really, I'm just kind of going for it. I created a bunch of different solos, listened back to them, and said, "Oh, I like that. I like that. Let me play a pass down until I get it to where I really like the feel of it." Okay, so the second solo really pays homage to the first one with that sort of cascading double stop thing, and then there's some other licks at the end that are also very rhythmic. So it kind of goes like this. Here's those double stops again, same place. But then I go here on the first and second strings on the 12th and 9th frets. As opposed to up here. So I do it here. There it is. Then I play this cascading run or ascending run. Those high double stops really give you the drama of, you know, as the song spills into the breakdown, you want that sort of heightened emotion there, right? So again, that solo, number 2. So I played up the pentatonic scale. But I did sort of that one string approach where I'm cascading up the neck as opposed to... Those strings didn't sound aggressive enough for me, so I like the third strings, the middle ideas. Okay, so that's solo number 2. That's some of the ideas there. All right, let's check out number 3. Okay, so here's what I played for solo number 3. I took sort of that cascading pentatonic idea, and I started with that on the lower octave here, and I didn't start with the double stops, but I did end with them. Okay, so we're starting out here, just an F sharp minor pentatonic. All on the 4th string there. I love the quality of that sound, so when I'm really sort of aggressively going at it, you see it's just all on one string. Oh, there it is. There we go. So it's that kind of idea, and it's still very rock, pentatonic based stuff, you know. And I end with your classic double stop here. And And you're probably asking yourself, oh man, you could play some much cooler stuff there, you know. But does that really help the song? We have such a small window in some songs like this to get our point across. It's not an improvising sort of thing. This is something that should be, in my opinion, written, improvised at first to get your idea, but written, and shouldn't be necessarily something that you really just wank on. This is something you want to really do a lot of takes and listen back and make sure it sits in the pocket well, make sure it's complementary to the rest of the tune. You might get, like I say, 4 bars or 8 bars maximum in a solo in a track like this, or in a modern country type of thing, or a pop thing. So you really have to create your own little song within a song. That's what I like to say. Well, I hope you dug that video. I certainly had fun playing those solos against that track. It was really cool. Now, speaking of playing solos for a track, if you find yourself in need of a guitar player for your recorded music, contact me through my website and we can discuss how I can help out your project. And speaking of my website, CoreyCongilio.com, jump over there to check out over 15 different guitar courses and private lessons that are available, ranging in styles from blues, rock, jazz, and acoustic music. Now, what's really cool about that site is that there's a particular course on there called Modern Country Soloing that I did just recently. And I'm really proud of that because I talk about how to craft these short 4 and 8 bar solos over modern country and modern pop country type music. If that's the sort of thing you're into, jump on over there and watch the preview and check it out. Okay, I'm Corey Congilio again, and if you dug this video, please subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next video, be it for a lesson, a gear demo, or sort of an example of what I do in the studio like this. Okay, see you on the next video.